the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see the rookie Carson Strong. He's coming off a quality showing last week. Well over 300 yards in that one. It's the Lions and the Bears, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Well, they say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the windy. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Joined as always by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Bears in this one. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measure. They can't even throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end around, those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them. And then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by Marcus Mariota, former second overall pick back in 2015, now in his 8th season in the league.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception of the ball? Maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver.
To throw, Chris Martin. Gonna have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about it, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take what a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
So a tough early challenge here. Another try. First Mariota under pressure. Got to it. In there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So that time, Charles, quarterback face of a pass rush like that, they were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Next-gen stats, he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up on those key third down.
Here's Presley Harvin. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away. Yards on the punt with no return, and the Lions will take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. Well, they're led out, CD, by the rookie out in offensive passing yards in only 3 seasons there. It's Carson Strong.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 25 carries, 85 yards.
We all know he had a big workload, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times a year. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl is zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against It's often a tight curl. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on first down. Strong man, it's Dulcich. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Second down, Jacobs. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball dirty. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Chicago for their second drive of the dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it, because what's that old prop? Fork in the road, take it. Because this is really great ball games. The good teams separate themselves, and these behind. For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there. Really good yard.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down. A look at the numbers from Penny last week. 13 carries, 7 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with the numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
From the 36, Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will bring it back. And interception for a Lions touchdown. So, Charles, our first game provides.
Imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays the ball leaves the quarterback's hands. And wait for the result. This time, the benefited.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. Nice return, 7th. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago to pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field.
4 yards the pickup, first down. The Bears at 4-5, a game under 500. Losers their last. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Mariota on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to that one. It's second down. A run here for J.D. Absolutely nobody there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, Be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now on third down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Sample able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4. And that is the third offensive line.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. On his Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
28 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 30. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking in the point of attack. Look at that nice little drive brewing right here.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs, and he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to Smith-Marset. And they're going to get this down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Well done to stick that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll run for it. Sermon. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. The only he couldn't even at scrimmage. And the Bears will get the football back. Play action now. Mariota. On the move to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jerry Hughes able to run him down for a loss of a yard. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to escape. But how about guys in the secondary as well? Kept receivers. Real options for him to throw it downfield.
Mariota. And this one played. An incomplete pass on that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Mariota. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Jerry Hughes. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on...
Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter. Gets it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So possession is over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff.
500 is not key at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And the Lions first down.
After 7 boards. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Strong. Strong loses it on the hit. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Strong.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
To throw on 2nd down. Strong.
He'll find Smith-Marset complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
This drive has been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So what do you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on. He'll get 4 there down the yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yes.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone.
Jacobs going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3. Get the with the chalk.
Jacobs again, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Josh Jacobs,
his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year, and the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you there, each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Fields it right around the goal line, and he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now, the midterm elections are now concluded, and I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief for that. But now it's time for midterm football past the unofficial halfway point of the season, and we got a couple of good matchups in the night games here in Week 10. Tonight it's North versus South, Chargers and Niners. And then tomorrow, Monday night, it's both Charles's birthday, happy early birthday, and the first primetime appearance for the Commanders as they travel up to Philly to take on the Eagles. A lot going on. Forced out to his left. Mariota had an 7-yard. It is a first down.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route down before taking the hit.
A first down throw for Mariota. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jerry Hughes able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line. They've been teeing off all.
Mariota's throw taken in by Pascal. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drive.
Play fake, Mariota. And it's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's Mariota. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down inside the 45 before getting out of bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Mariota. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bears on the move. They've got another touchdown.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it's scoreboard.
On 2nd down, here's Penny, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Mariota. A throw to the flat here from McKissick. Bid for the first down coming up short as he's at the 25. 5 yards, not enough. Down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the shot. Every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Comes the offense again, and let's Jacobs for a moment.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they
wanted to keep it a secret?
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Strong.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Strong. And that is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Strong. Looking deep for Adams. That's going to do it. Incomplete.
Running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
47-yard punt, a return. And the Bears.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field.
Mariota to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Chicago. 2 yards. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mariota now. Touchdown! His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. He was on point throwing the play to come close. And
the big play that got him down close, I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
This will be fielded inside the run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
And getting set to go now.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You want those early partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the team made at the 18-yard line.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. Today's NFL, you could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face, and analytics will tell you, try and score.
It's a growing theme in this first and long. That's into on third down. Murray nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been. The Lions will use a stop with 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Presley Harvin now. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they will.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they take a shot.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you. First, let's take us around the NFL and see what's on here at number 10. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that half. They've had some success on the ground, and with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Bears, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football.
Likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This table and able to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the nice win last. Just love this stage, history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly did in the third quarter. Finds Dulcich out left side. And following a pickup of 7 past the 30-32. Looking to throw on second down. Strong. Same connection. Dulcich once again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And he goes down. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. To throw Mariota. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. So out now come the Lions. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Strong. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st and 10, Strong. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Strong over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun. Strong. Dance, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 on multiple defenders.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9. Mariota. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Randy Gregory. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see little time to do anything with the football there. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they use your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well.
Tougher than an airport steak. Now a fair catch and made right about the 3-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal.
When I like where your head is, I like what you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 40. 75 yards. Pushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
This 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Strong. He finds Austin complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there. 30 big ones.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have an impact on your team. But where you make your rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Throwing on 1st down. Strong. Flush to his right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Fletcher Cox able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down, They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is third down and 12. Operating from the gun. Strong. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Davante Adams. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say, oh, wait, just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
That you're kind of punter, Russa?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Mariota's throw taken in by Bourne. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Mariota now from the 50. He'll rifle this one deep right side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
So here come the Lions now. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 81 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Strong. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a carry for Jacobs. Full to run show Fatukasi there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. That's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They will run the draw with Jacobs. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. To throw on third down. Strong. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a play fake here on first down. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Complete to Josh Jacobs.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Operating from the gun. Strong. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll stick the passing game as he looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Now Jason Sanders for the field. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Sanders is good. And that extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Outright, he finds Tolbert. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down. On the draw, this is Penny. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Mariota. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, part. You're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Yeah, Detroit back in possession of the football. And after the even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Here's Jacobs. They're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 101 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. To throw again. Strong. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Taken down for the 5th time. This pull defenders there to get him. 3rd and goal and still a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw. Strong. It's caught by Adams. And able to break one tackle, but then quick down. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. His kick is good, and that will extend their ultimately knocks, but they'll take the pad that.
But if you're the court, you never let up on the gas unless the head of Dave actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Facing a big 4th quarter depth here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he'll protect at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
A 7-yard hit brings up
The 24, Mariota. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the solid changing this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. That happened, but they speared on defense. To be this entire game, guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. After the interception, a quick change in the situation here. Here's Jacobs. Oh, nice move. A little closer as he takes Evan down to the 4-yard line. Run again, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 here. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. When coaches come into a game, total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. Apparently in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game, this contest.
Point up and good by Sanders. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chicago offense set to get started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because just in that film room, figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now Mariota. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Mariota. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higgins. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeout. Get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A dime look defensively for the Lions on third. Throwing, Mariota. And he knocks the ball away. Desperation time. Mariota fourth down. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So they tried to go for it for prime. Ready to determine.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Going on the ground with and he can only manage a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into here, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, made it for a victory.
So for the Lions, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it was a game they really needed as they dropped to 4-6. And they'll turn around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.